Today marks a pivotal point as Kim Leadbeater's assisted dying bill has been introduced into the House of Commons, initiating what will undoubtedly be an emotionally charged debate leading up to the first discussions, the first debates on November the 29th. The bill, which seeks to permit terminally ill adults in England and Wales to request assistance in ending their lives, confronts a spectrum of ethical, moral and practical concerns that have long simmered beneath the legislative surface. The bill, as yet unpublished, proposes that adults with a terminal prognosis of 6 to 12 months and considered mentally competent should request medical assistance to end their lives. Leadbeater's assertion encapsulates the bill's intent. Too many people have been condemned to die in misery and pain. My assisted dying bill can change that. The contentious nature of the bill guarantees intense scrutiny. MPs will vote freely, aligning with personal conscience rather than with party lines. Unsurprisingly, opposition has been swift and vocal. Archbishop Justin Welby has already warned of the slippery slope. That's a particular philosophical debate, which the thin end of the wedge, if you want a cheese or a cake analogy, which I'm sure would please Elizabeth Truss. Citing fears that similar laws abroad have expanded to include broader criteria over time, and there's concerns about the assisted dying law in Canada. On the other side, proponents like My Death, My Decision argue for autonomy and compassion, seeing this as a humane step forward, and a recent poll suggests this sentiment, revealing that nearly 3/4 of respondents supported assisted dying for those facing intolerable suffering from incurable conditions. But it's one thing to say, this is what I would hope to do if I'm in that position. It's another thing to be faced with that position, and what would you do? What will you do? By that point, it may be too late to change your mind, and that's really where the slippery slope, the thin end of the cake, the wedge of the cake, all becomes a trifle, and you are thrown into the push and pull of doctor's advice and the concerns of your family. The bill's potential path is fraught with procedural hurdles, starting with November's debate. As a private member's bill, it competes for limited parliamentary time, risking relegation if the debate is not concluded within the designated hours. And should it proceed, it will face line-by-line scrutiny in committee stages before advancing to the Lords, a process that may extend well into next year, although Starmer has talked about getting the bill on the statute book by Christmas. The bill also stirs wider discussions on end-of-life care across the UK, and while this proposal focuses on England and Wales, Scotland is concurrently exploring similar legislation, and recent developments in the Isle of Man and Jersey reflect a growing momentum for change across the British Isles. The bill's journey thus far underscores an evolving discourse in society, challenging deeply held beliefs and calling for a reconsideration of existing laws that many, including Leadbeater, view as insufficient for the needs of those in profound pain.